welcome to Beauty in the Garden. I'm T. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I go about getting my fall and winter starts ready. So right here, what I'm about to do is I am going to go ahead and label off everything. So far, I already started labeling everything. So what I use for my labels is basically some old Venetian blinds that I went ahead and cut them up and basically cut a little angle at the bottom so I can stick it directly into the soil, and use a permanent marker and some tape to cover the writing. So right now I'm going to show you how I go about doing my lettuce. So the first tray that I'm going to be doing is lettuce. So here is the tray that I will be using right here. So in this tray, I'm going to do some tatsoi, some Japanese giant red mustard, some butter crunch lettuce, some ruby red leaf lettuce, some freckled endive, iceberg lettuce, romaine lettuce in this tray, okay? So I have my seeds in my bag. So what I'm gonna do is use the eraser, and that is about a 1/4 of an inch. And basically I'm just gonna take it and make a little small divot into the soil to make my holes. Okay, just like this. Into the seed trays. This is an easy way so you can measure things. So if you want, you know, a little bit more accurate depth, it's best to try to have some type of measurement if that's what you prefer. Now you can just eyeball it if you want to, but I prefer to do it with my pencil, eraser, and make my holes that way. Okay. Now, once again, this is pre-moistened soil. So the first one that I'm going to go ahead, and put in, let's start with the freckled endive. This is a freckled endive.
So you guys, it is not freckled endive, it is frizzy endive. I don't know why I kept saying that, but I just wanted to let you guys know that it is called
this is
frizzy
what the endive looks like. Okay, and I'm just gonna pop a couple into the holes. Okay, and that's the freckled endive. The next one I'm gonna do is iceberg lettuce. This is a lettuce that gets a head in the middle. Okay. Set this right here. And right here is the iceberg lettuce. And we're gonna put a very little bit of them into the hole. Now we will go back and thin these out, okay? And we're gonna put these back. The next one up is, the ruby red leaf lettuce. I do like this one. And they look just like the iceberg lettuce seed. And I'm just gonna pinch them right into the hole. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and do the red romaine lettuce. It looks like this. And these seeds are actually brown, but they shape the same. and I'm going to sprinkle those in there as well. The next one I'm going to be planting is the Butter Crunch lettuce. I actually got this in my little envelope here, and I got these seeds from a local nursery, and these are brown. Okay. The next thing is the tot soy, and this is what tot soy look like right here. Put it with the I'm going to put it in here with the salad tray. Okay, and I'm going to do the Japanese giant mustard because I eat those raw as well in my salad. I like these with my wraps. I do a lettuce wrap. My tuna. Okay, and that's that for that tray. So what we're gonna do now is, just because it's pre-moist soil, we're just gonna collapse it, the holes, just like this. I'm just gonna close the holes up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the Saigon turnips, and they are 1/4 of an inch as well. So right now I'm going to be planting the Saigon turnip. The seeds look like this, and I'm going to go ahead and drop those as well. A pinch of them into the hole, and I'll be thinning these out as well. Put the remaining ones back. So we did those. Let me make sure I put this. Okay. The next thing is. So the next thing is the purple top turnips, and I got these from a local nursery as well. And I'm just gonna pinch those in. I will be doing 10 of those. I did 5 Saigon, and I did 10 purple top turnips. The next one in this tray, so this tray is done, so I'm gonna close them all up on this side. And then I'm gonna go ahead and set this to the side. Right here. The next tray is going to be my radishes, and this right here is my root crops. Okay, now we did already do a couple root crops, and that was a Saigon. That was the Saigon and the purple top turnip. So now we're going to finish this tray. It's going to be all root crops. So right now I'm going to put in my French breakfast. That is this one right here. And all these are going to be 1/4 of an inch as well. So the first one is the French breakfast, and we're gonna do 10 of those. And we can actually put one seed in here because these seeds are much bigger. You can see. So we're gonna put our radishes in. One seed. You can do 2 if that makes you feel better. All right, so that will be the French breakfast. The next one is the purple plum radish. And I'm gonna be doing 10 of all of these radishes. And what you guys see, I told you the seeds are much bigger, so they're easier to pick up. Now, if you think your seeds aren't going to germinate, then go ahead and put in 2 seed, okay? The next one is the watermelon radish right here. I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm gonna try again and see what happens this year. But I do like the flavor, but I really want them to really swell up this year. Okay, and that was the watermelon radish. The next one is the Daikon. Now I do like the Daikon. I really like the Daikon. I like the white flesh. I actually just like sauteing them. Okay, that's the Daikon. It's a really big seed on the Daikon. Put those back. Uh-oh. The next one is the sparkler radish. All right, and that tray is done. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna pinch the holes closed. Okay, now I'm gonna sit this one to the side. Now the next tray will be my root crops as well. And what we're gonna be putting in the first one is my rutabagas. We're gonna do the same thing. 1/4 of an inch hole. Now, when you plant in a lot, you always want to plant a little bit more just in case they do not germinate like you expected. So right now I'm planting some rutabagas, and these rutabaga seeds I actually got as well from a local nursery. I am putting about 2 to 3 in a hole, and I will be going back to thin them out. All right, that was the rutabaga. The next one is the Early Wonder tall top. the red beet. Now I know it looks like I'm planting a lot, but I planted a lot more last year than this year. So with the beets, I'm going to only put one seed per cell, okay? See how big they are? And they have multiple seeds in each pod. So I'm going to do it that way, just one per hole. Please make sure that you do one per hole because they will pop out more. Okay, so that was the red beets. Next one is the golden beets. These are my mother's favorite. I'm gonna go ahead and plant those. And they look the same. Let's see. Now I do love roasting my beets. They taste absolutely amazing. And when you put it in your smoothies, you can cut up a nice fresh beet and stick it in your smoothie and it tastes great. Okay, so that was our golden beets. The next thing I'm going to pop in is the early purple Vienna Kabarabi. And it looks just like the Rutabaga seeds. See them there? And I will be popping as well 2 in a hole. Woo-hoo, wrong hole. All right, that was the Kabarabi, the purple Kabarabi. And the next one is the early white Vienna Kabarabi. The seeds. Try to get 2 to 3 in a hole. And then when it's time, you come back out and you thin the best ones, okay? All right, and that was some of our root crops. Okay, we're gonna collapse the hole as well. This process is what I do. Now, if you do want to know how I make my soil, I will shoot a video right here so you guys will see as well the title of that video, or I'll leave it in the description box below if you guys want to check out that video of how I go about making my own starting mix, okay? The next thing is my Morris collards. Now I did get my seeds, you guys, from the local nursery. Anything that's in the orange envelope I got from a local nursery. Now the Morris collards is a must for me because these guys actually got super big. I love the flavor. They look just like this as well. And I'm going to go ahead and put 2 seeds per hole, 2 to 3. Now you can, they're still kind of big enough that you can put 1 or 2 seeds and in a hole, but I prefer to just to kind of put a little bit more just in case they don't come up, or I can just decide which ones I want to keep. The next one is the Lacinato Kale, and it looks like this. Like I said, 2 to 3 seeds per hole. No more than 1/4 of an inch. Try not to get no deeper than that because these seeds are small. Sometimes you can just go ahead actually and just put them right on the top of the soil. But because I will be leaving these in this tray, I'm burying them. Okay, so that was the Lacinato Kale. You guys, I did that so wrong. Ooh. All right, well, this whole tray now is Lacinato. I did not mean to do that. The next tray is the Swiss chard. And the Scarlet Kale. So right here is the Scarlet Kale. Okay. Got our Scarlet Kale. We're gonna do some Swiss chard. The Swiss chard looks like the beet seeds. I'm going to only do one per hole because they have multiple pods. Okay. That was a Swiss chard. The next one is the Dwarf curly kale. If I can find it. Right here. This is the Dwarf blue curly kale. That's that. And we're going to collapse the hole. The next thing I will be planting is the Napa Cabbage. I'm doing less Napa Cabbage this year. So the Napa looks like this. Two to three seeds per hole. I know I'm saying that repeatedly, but that's how many I'm trying to put per hole. That was the Chinese Napa Cabbage. All right, so now we got our golden acre. Ooh, I'm low on that. I have to order some more early golden acre. Okay, that was that. All right, the next one is the broccoli, and this is our brassicas that we're planting now. This is the broccoli. 1/4, so a 1/2 inch deep. I hear thunder, y'all. I hear thunder. All right, so that was our broccoli. Then the next thing I'm going to be planting, let's put this one back over here. now we have our, now I'm testing this out because I never planted it before, but this right here is the Dutch cabbage, and it looks like this. It gets actually up to 10 to 15 pounds. So I'm really excited to try to grow this one. It says the ideal temperature though is 50 to 75 degrees, but I'm gonna try it anyways and let's see what happens. But this is the flat Dutch, and I'm going to plant 6 of those. Okay. Pretty much all the seed look the same. So I really want to plant a certain amount, but I don't want to plant too much. I want to be able to maintain it as well. And plus, you guys, I started something new, and I just want to make sure that I'm doing it correctly. Okay, so right now this is the Savoy cabbage. Okay, I'm gonna plant 6 of those. I'm gonna plant 6 of those. Try to put no more than 2 to 3 in a hole if you can. So I hope everybody's getting their fall garden ready and starting to grow and produce more food and growing your own food. Right now I'm just gonna pinch the sides in and repeat. This is pre-moistened soil. The soil is not dry. Okay. And what else did I want to plant? Oh yes. So the other ones that I am going to plant here as well is, we got some Brussels. I'm going to go ahead and put some down anyways. I'm going to go ahead and do the cauliflower and see what happens. We're going to plant the calabash, and I'm going to do the purple lady bok choy. This is the bok choy and a pak choy. I will be planting that as well. Let me go ahead and grab those trays. My 1/4 to a 1/2 inch holes into these trays here. And I'm going to go ahead and plant the cauliflower right here.
Cauliflower?
Yeah. The cauliflower.
Cauliflower? What?
And then I need to tag it. What you need, my love? You bored?
Where that moose is coming from?
Next door. So here's the cauliflower, snowball eggs, this tray, and the next tray is going to be the long island Brussels sprouts into this tray here.
Yep. Okay, to here.
And that's our Brussels. And I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trays.
6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Mommy, I want to put in the seed.
Okay, baby. Hurry up. Hold your hand closed. Put it in the hole. See the little holes? Yep.
Ew.
Little button. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and collapse the holes. Go.
Drop one. I put green in it.
Mm-hmm. You did it?
Look at the other one.
You did them already, right? Yep, you did it. All right, now go ahead and close the hole up.
I'll put it on close.
Alright. Don't pat it too tight. Alright, thank you. High five.
Would it be the other one?
Those are done. High five. Everything's done. Woo!
Woo! Huh? We can get it.
I will be giving you guys a follow-up on how everything will be progressing. But right here is all of our starts. Okay, you guys, we're at the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I do upload a video. And remember, there's beauty in everyone's garden. And bye-bye for now.